All right, let's do this. Hit the clap.
Yeah.
You fell for it. Ready?
To Sudan, birthplace of Duop Reath, born June 26, 1996, and is one of 7 children. This video does the place justice because it did not look like this for Duop Reath. Was born in Wat, Sudan in the middle of the Second Sudanese War. It was a small village consisting of very tiny huts. Duop had no bed and no shoes. Total death count for the Second Sudanese War was estimated to be around 2 million people. And Duop witnessed atrocities that no child should ever see, such as slavery, mass killings, and many violations of human rights. Parents knew they needed to leave the countries, so he fled to Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya. Even though he didn't have to deal with war, the conditions of the camp were still really harsh, dealing with things such as cholera, malaria, and dust storms. Duop still credits his parents for giving him what he calls a pretty decent childhood, where he spent a lot of his time playing soccer. This soccer consisted of barefoot soccer on dirt patches. However, in 2005, another opportunity arrived, which caused him to pack his bags and move. With Duop's uncle, him and his family moved 8,000 miles from home to Australia. Duop didn't know English, he didn't know how to read or write, and he yearned for home. Still wanted to continue playing soccer. However, the aspirations for that would stop when he just wouldn't stop growing to a height of 6'10". This gravitated him towards the sport of basketball, and he began to play for the South Sudanese Australian National Basketball Association. This association held 2 national tournaments yearly with teams from across the country. In 2014, Marcus King was an assistant coach at Lee College, located in Texas. Here, he noticed Duop Reath, and after just 1 game, he offered him a scholarship. In Duop's first year at Lee College, he averaged 6.9 points and 5.4 rebounds per game. Junior college consisted of many former Division I and Division II college basketball players, and with Duop performing the way he knew he was destined for the next level. In his sophomore season, he averaged 14.6 points per game and 8.4 rebounds. Following the season, he transferred to LSU, which is known for producing the greatest center in basketball history, Shaquille O'Neal. This transfer is pivotal for Duop Reath's basketball career, as LSU is an SEC school, which allowed him to play against harder competition. During Duop's senior year, he averaged 12.5 points per game and added on 5.7 rebounds while shooting 42% from 3. This was enough to earn him a spot on the Dallas Mavericks 2018 Summer League team. However, in 3 games, he played just 23 minutes. So, at the end of the summer, he signed with KK FMP in Serbia. He spent 2 seasons with the club before moving on to KK Crvena, who also played in the Serbian League. He had a brief stint with the Brooklyn Nets Summer League team, however was unsuccessful in his NBA career, so he moved back to Serbia to resume playing for Crvena. However, things weren't that good in Serbia, and based off a lack of playing time, he left the club and moved back to Australia to play in the NBL. Over the next few years, Duop would bounce around teams while also playing for the Australian national team in the Olympics.
Oh my goodness! Posterizer!
Play in the Olympics allowed him to be selected for the Suns Summer League squad. However, due to an ankle injury, his campaign was cut short, and 3 months later he found himself playing in China. He played for the Qingdao Eagles, and in 39 games he averaged 18.2 points and 7.8 rebounds per game. When the season was over, he joined Al Riyadh Beirut of the West Asia Super League, and in just 10 games, he averaged 21 points and 9.9 rebounds per game. Playing this well earned him his 4th Summer League opportunity with the Trailblazers, and eventual call-up to the G League. DeAndre Ayton, who was a former number 1 overall pick out of Arizona, was quoted as saying that Duop didn't back down from anything. However, Duop's G League career only lasted one game, as in a game against the South Bay Lakers. He had 37 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks. 2 days later, he made his NBA debut, scoring 11 points. On February 16, 2024, Duop earned a 3-year, $6.2 million contract. He ended that season averaging 9 points per game and adding 3.7 rebounds per game. This season, he is shooting 45% from 3, which is a higher three-point percentage than the greatest shooter of all time, Steph Curry. After a 2-decade journey that took him across 4 continents and 5 countries, living in extreme poverty in a civil war-filled country with no bed and no shoes, Duop can say that he did make it out.